Hello, hello. It's Nico here with another ThoughtLoad. And today I'm going to be talking about honor. Now, recently I saw a podcast, and it was one of those podcasts where guys bring on a lot of social media influencers and different people, and they kind of debate them on how they see the world, how they see themselves, the differences between men and women in the dating world and things like that. And one of the comments that I heard was that men think about and live with honor more than women do. And I think in today's society and maybe in certain generations that has merit, but I feel like I learned honor through both of my parents. So I definitely don't think it's just a men thing or just a woman thing or anything like that. But I think there is an important thread, an important definition to honor that I wanted to share with everyone and just make sure that maybe we're all doing this, because living in honor is, to me, is the closest, one of the ways we can live a life that like we choose and live our true self. I actually pulled this up. There are the Merriam-Webster definition of honor. Normally, whenever you pull up a word, there's like, one or two definitions or something like that. There is a lot for this one. And the one that caught my attention was the definition that says honor is to live up to or fulfill the terms of something. And for a lot of guys, I would think that's how we view honor. And another simpler way or a different way to define that definition is actions speak louder than words. Now, what I mean by that is if someone says, I'm going to be a painter, right? The honorable thing to do is to give painting your best shot, to go out there and learn, to talk to people that may know more than you, to experiment with different things and truly give that dream a shot. That is honoring yourself, but also honoring the people that you shared your dreams with. If we simply go around saying that we are going to do this and going to do that, and I need to do this or I should do that, and then you never do it, you're not living with honor. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to the people that are closest around you. And listen, living in honor is not something that's easy. There will be plenty of times where if you decide to live in honor or live with honor, you will have to raise your hand and say, I fucked up. I made a mistake. And guess what? That's the honorable thing to do. Whenever we acknowledge that we are not the best, that we have made a mistake, that takes courage. And having the courage to do that is a very honorable thing. And I think for me, one of the things that comes to mind when I talk about honor is the Japanese culture. Now, I have full transparency. I really haven't done tons of research on this. It's, little bits and pieces here and there is what I've learned. I've never been to Japan. But what I do know is that one of the ways Japanese greet each other is by bowing. And to show a sign of respect to the other person, you bow lower than the other person who you're greeting. And I love that aspect of the culture. because yes, it's a little like, they're judging a book by its cover, right? Sometimes I feel like a young person can have just as much honor and just as much respect as an older person. But generally speaking, older individuals get a little bit more respect simply because of their life experiences, right? And that bowing is a way to show that. To me, each person in that greeting is honoring one another. They are seeing the other person for who they are, and they are acknowledging that. And again, I love that part of the culture, because there's certain things to me in the Japanese culture where honor is built in. Now, I also want to be very clear. I am only talking about this from an individual perspective. There are several people in several cultures around the world where maybe a father has created a business and he wants his kids to follow in his footsteps. And for him, that would be the honorable thing to do. But if the children don't want to, then it's okay not to do that, as long as you're transparent and kind and showing empathy to your father in that situation. Now, if you don't have a choice, there are some cultures where maybe your wedding's arranged or things like that. Maybe honoring your parents or honoring your father in that situation is simply doing your best with the cards life has given you. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go out and be your own person, but in this case, your father's wishes might have a little bit more control over you than in other situations. So again, honor is, to me, is not something that is easily defined, but it is a way that we can live. If we choose the words that we speak carefully, and we make it our mission to follow up on those words with action, if we admit when we're wrong, help others that are less fortunate than we are, that is a life of honor. And I hope you're able to find some semblance and honor in the life that you're currently living or the life that you're trying to create. Guys, I thank you for tuning in here on today's Thought Load. Stay with us next week for another one coming out. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go live in honor. Honor yourself, honor your parents, honor your friends, your loved ones, and take it one step at a time. Guys, have a wonderful day. And as always, begin the duel, win the day.